Question right here. Do you ever put your friend's business out on social media?
Yeah.
Wow.
They do it to me.
Who?
Young Miami.
No, she don't.
Yeah, she do.
What she said about you?
She said a lot.
No, she don't.
She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Crucial Please, because she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating just to the world.
So you're a cheater?
No, I was dating multiple men. I would have to be in a relationship to be cheating on somebody.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm a bachelor, an eligible bachelor.
Yo, things just took a wild turn because Saucy Santana has come forward with some serious receipts on Young Miami's situation with Diddy, and it's way worse than anyone imagined. Both Santana and Miami have been named in Diddy's ongoing legal battle, and reports say Jane Doe's testimony has caught the attention of federal investigators. Turns out, Santana isn't about that city girl ride or die life, and he's not planning to go down for anyone. He's been talking, and not just talking. He brought proof. Santana didn't expect people to believe his word alone, so he came through with videos, audio recordings, voicemails, emails, and screenshots of text conversations between himself, Young Miami, and Diddy and Trust. It doesn't look good for Miss Miami. If she thought Santana would stay silent, she was dead wrong, because the material girl has flipped and everyone is gagged. Allegedly, Young Miami tried to pimp out Santana and possibly other men to Diddy. And even more shockingly, she's rumored to be secretly visiting Diddy in prison. It's wild to see Santana turn on her like this, especially since they were once close friends. But when prison time is involved, loyalty fades fast. So why is Santana speaking out now? It might have everything to do with Jane Doe's courtroom confession, that both he and Miami were involved. Jane made it clear that Diddy and Young Miami weren't just a casual thing despite Miami's public efforts to say it wasn't serious. Jane said their relationship looked very real and very exclusive, which hurt her deeply because her own relationship with Diddy was secret. She said in court that she didn't sign up for that kind of situation. And after Diddy gifted Miami a Maybach, Jane asked for Van Cleef. Juleran got it. Now, here's where Santana comes in. Jane claimed that Santana allegedly worked as an escort for high-profile rappers, and that it was Miami who introduced him to that lifestyle. According to her, she first met Santana at one of Diddy's infamous private parties, also known as Freak-Offs, and was surprised to see him working the scene. Later, at another party thrown by a different major rapper, she saw Santana, again in the same role. She didn't name names, but hinted that this other rapper was in Diddy's inner circle. Jane described a night in January 2024 when she ended up in a Las Vegas hotel room with a group including a famous rapper, a male escort, and others. Santana was reportedly the entertainer hired for the occasion. Even more messy, it looks like Santana later told Diddy about Jane attending another rapper's party, which led to Diddy confronting her, asking, "How could you go to another man's freak?" and saying he couldn't believe she stepped outside their circle. Fans started roasting Santana online, accusing him of being a paid escort. And while he's openly gay, that part isn't surprising. Many believe his career isn't doing as well as it seems, and that escorting might be how he makes money. Now, Santana's not going down alone. He's exposing Miami, claiming she dragged him into this whole scene. Since Diddy's arrest, Miami has tried to distance herself, acting like whatever they had wasn't serious, but Santana says it was deep and she was into it. And honestly, it's believable. Miami's been very open in the past about her relationship with Diddy, even saying in interviews that they had something real and that she believed he'd propose. When people clowned her for Diddy having a child with another woman, he defended her publicly, calling her important and special. But Santana also pointed out that Miami's name has come up repeatedly in Diddy's lawsuits, including the one by Lil Rod. In one document, it's claimed that on Thanksgiving night in 2022, Diddy asked for a $100 bill to do nose candy, and later did it with Young Miami. Santana says he never participated in drug use with Diddy, but that Miami allegedly did, and not just that she's been accused of flying private to deliver illegal substances to him wherever he was. In another incident during rehearsals for a festival, when Diddy wanted something and his assistant forgot it, someone called Miami, who flew it out to him. Reports also say Miami and Santana had a falling out a few years ago, and now it's clear that Diddy was at the center of it. Santana claims Miami tried to push him into a relationship with Diddy, even though he wasn't interested, especially since she was already involved with him. Eventually, Santana says he felt uncomfortable. And that's when their friendship ended. They apparently reconnected later, but the trust wasn't the same. And Santana wasn't the only one, allegedly. Miami tried to do the same thing with Chrisean Rock. In 2023, Chrisean was seen at one of Diddy's parties and looked visibly uncomfortable when he tried to kiss her. But hours later, videos showed her and Miami partying and dancing together. Even Blueface's mom, Kisa, confirmed that Miami was trying to recruit Chrisean, dropping her name directly. This whole situation is wild, messy, and nowhere near over.
Be in on this. That makes it, see what I'm saying? That's why I gotta have a podcast, because I gotta get this shit on the table. Can't nobody get it on the table but my nosy, okay? Tasha K ain't she over there making us. I know we're gonna get to the bottom of the shit on this podcast. Tell me if I'm lying. Go on over there and tell me if I'm lying. I'm telling you, they was trying to recruit that baby. They said, let's get her away from him. That's what they was doing. We could put a couple pounds of that shit on her and have her fly. They ain't gonna never suspect her.
Damn, that would make so much sense. That's why he grabbed him and he said, what did he say? He said, do you love her or she needs love? All she needs is love.
All she needs is love. Now, how about that? We're gonna explore all the possibilities. If they was trying to recruit Chrisean, that's what Diddy and what the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're going to talk about it on this podcast. We're going to get to the nitty gritty, all the gritty of the nitty. Because it's necessary. I think them motherfuckers was trying to recruit her. Because remember they just had her pulling up everything. Thought she was going to love her. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? Y'all know the mama know everything and everybody.
Yeah, this actually backs up Saucy Santana's claims about Young Miami trying to push him to. Diddy it really starts to paint a pattern of behavior that makes Miami look even worse. What's even more interesting is that within the industry, it's kind of an open secret that Santana may have had a thing with Diddy behind the scenes. The first time we really caught wind of this was when Miami and JT got into a heated argument on Twitter, and JT threw major shade. She tweeted, "A B been dissing me for weeks and I ain't saying nothing. What I be mad at me for?" Then came the clapback that had everyone talking. JT wrote, "Oh, Miss Mama, this is your last day playing dumb. It'll be too much for me to tweet. I would like to sit down, Carisha, please, and this time leave Santana at home." Fans were confused about why JT suddenly mentioned Santana, but It didn't take long before people figured out that JT knew some dirt, possibly about Santana and Diddy's alleged connection. And of course, DJ Academics caught wind of the drama and couldn't resist fueling the fire. He went online and boldly claimed that Diddy and Saucy Santana weren't just casually hanging out. They were allegedly involved in something a lot more intimate. His statement left people stunned by how direct it was. Then, in a podcast episode featuring Whack 100 and others, things got even messier. The conversation took a turn when Academics asked Whack if he thought Diddy had any connection to Tupac's death, but instead of sticking to that, Whack went in a whole other direction. He didn't hold back when it came to Diddy and basically confirmed that Diddy had been throwing all kinds of wild parties behind the scenes. He didn't answer the Tupac question directly, but his message was clear. There's way more going on behind the curtain than the public sees.
Let me tell you
This really happened.
Let me tell you this. You know, I talk to Wack on and off camera. Anytime I ask him anything about Diddy, man, Wack back up. I even asked about the Diddy shit with Tupac.
Oh, hold on, bro.
And Diddy's innocent.
No, he's guilty of having parties.
What that mean?
Huh?
What's a party?
He killed Tupac.
That's some shit he ain't supposed to be doing.
Like, what that mean?
What party mean?
That Gene Deal saying
He
it,
said,
coming out with, like, you know what I mean?
Gene
They got
ain't gonna-
towels around their waist.
I'm gonna tell you this about Gene. I know Gene. That's K-Say family.
Is he a liar or is he telling the truth?
No. Gene don't give up. Right? He gonna tell the truth. That's Slade's family. I know Gene personally. We've been in the same building dozens of times. And if Gene say he seen some funny shit, that's what that.
For some context, when Whack 100 talked about those so-called parties, he was actually referring to a Nalvi Roll clip from the Drink Champs podcast where Diddy made things real awkward by trying to convince rapper Fabulous to join him for a very particular kind of celebration. The moment was strange, to say the least. Diddy was acting unusually excited, saying things like, "Yeah, I love this drink. I like when you like this, Daddy. Where you put my bag, Daddy. I like when you scrambling and scraping." He kept pushing with lines like, "It's your birthday every day. Every day it's your birthday on Drink Champs. God damn it, I'm in. Did you miss me though? For real?" Then he pressed even harder, saying, "Why won't you party with me for your birthday, mate? We partied for my birthday before, but me and you never really partied." You know what I'm saying? It got people talk again. Not in a good way. But it didn't stop there. Whack 100 later dropped another bombshell, claiming that Diddy, Saucy Santana, and Young Miami were allegedly involved in some private parties together. Yeah? If you know what that means, then you know exactly why people were side-eyeing this whole situation.
Party behind the scenes of a party.
Listen, man, for the record,
That sounds like some Illuminati shit. You gotta explain the party
That's
part.
some Saucy Santana shit.
Stop it.
some
Stop.
Now that we got there,
No, stop.
you the one said maybe the girl, Saucy, and Puffy having parties. Don't act like you didn't say that.
Man,
Don't tuck your tail, bro.
hold up, Ice Cube
Don't
Chuck.
tuck your
I gotta
tail
say
down.
this because
You
I'm
said-
here.
The rumors got so intense that Santana eventually had to speak out publicly, denying all the allegations and insisting he was never involved with Diddy in any intimate way.
They were saying you was with him. They were saying that
Do you know how
was
much?
so weird.
Do you know how much that used to piss me off?
They were, I never believed it, but I know Santana seen it. That's
Girl,
why
and I used to be on YouTube like, ew. I'm like, first of all, I don't even motherfucking play that. We ain't doing it.
Okay.
We ain't doing it. And Carisha ain't with nothing that's gay, baby. She don't even play that.
Okay.
So it was just like, I'm just like, and that affected me. I'm like, that's corny. Why y'all saying that I'm my best friend? And like, come on, what is we doing?
I mean, you T, like,
Yeah, but I'm like,
I will with you.
yeah, but I'm not my best friend now.
Yeah.
Cause these is out here.
So I don't want to talk.
Santana's denial didn't sit well with fans. Many just weren't buying it. After that, the rumors exploded. What began as quiet gossip quickly turned into full-blown speculation and theory. People started questioning whether Diddy's relationship with Young Miami was all just for show, suggesting it was a distraction from what was really happening behind the scenes. According to the buzz, Saucy Santana may have been the one truly involved with Diddy, while the public relationship with Miami was simply a cover because Diddy wasn't ready to come out. But things took a wild turn when Santana started spilling the truth. In an interview, he claimed that it was actually Young Miami who secretly exposed his connection with Diddy.
They do it to me.
Who?
Young Miami.
No, she don't.
Yes, she do.
What she said about you?
She said a lot.
No, she don't.
She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Crucial Please, because she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating just to the world.
So you're a cheater?
Now, Santana is reportedly ready to expose everything, claiming he has a video that clearly shows Young Miami receiving a golden shower from Diddy, and he's allegedly threatening to leak it. What makes this even more interesting is that Young Miami has publicly denied the incident ever happened, but that denial doesn't really add up, especially since she previously admitted in her own words that she was into golden showers. Some people are saying we already knew.
I can't say it.
You got to.
It say take a shower. If you like golden showers, I do. Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, he on you everywhere. You like it? I just like it. You do? The freak of the week, huh? So you say take a shot. You not take. You say take a shot.
Yeah, I take a shot.
You like go to shower?
I do.
But like peeing on you.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, one more thing. I need something. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had a golden shower.
I did.
I've never had a golden shower. Like I've given one.
After Diddy's arrests and all the exposure that followed, Young Miami quickly switched up her stance. She denied ever having golden showers with him, saying, "I never said he was the one I did that with. Intimacy is a part of life. I'm grown, and maybe I talk about it too much, but everyone has their own experiences. Some people get pooped on. Some people live on the edge, and some people are boring as hell. I've watched plenty of girls get peed on. If we're grown, chilling at home, and want to talk about intimacy, what's wrong with that?"
Now she is also claiming that the golden showers thing never happened and she just made it up to promote her drinking game. She tweeted, "Do you remember why you fell in love with me?" And someone responded, "When I found out you love getting peed on." Miami then retweeted, "I was playing, a ninja never peed on me. I did that to promote my card game, and it did exactly what I needed it to do."
But now, Santana is calling her out, saying Young Miami did receive a golden shower from Diddy, and that he has the video to prove it. Reportedly, he's challenging her to deny it again, just so he can release the receipts and show he's telling the truth. It seems like he's holding back on purpose, waiting for the right moment to expose everything. Miami as Diddy's alleged handler while trying to clear his own name. And honestly, it looks like this situation is only going to explode further in the weeks ahead. Things are heating up fast.